Hey guys, in this lesson you're going to learn how to build a funk guitar groove from the bottom up in 3 levels. First we're going to start off with a fairly basic rhythm, and then we're going to embellish that rhythm with intervals of thirds and also single note lines. Make sure you come by TastyGuitar.com to get the free tab on this lesson by subscribing on the bottom of the homepage, and check the description below for information about membership at Tasty Guitar, where you can jam with the backing tracks. You get interactive sound slice tab with looping and slow-mo. We have live workshops, and you can get personalized 6-month lesson plans from me. Tune up and let's get started. Alright, let's go ahead and break down the main rhythm here. Now this is just a vamp in E, and my goal here is to leave a lot of space so that we can kind of embellish and add little things a little bit later on. Okay, so the rhythm part is actually not even coming in till after the 3rd beat, or actually right at the end of the 3rd beat. What I'm going to do is just hit dead strings. So that's 1, 2, 3, right there on the last 16th note of beat 3 with an upstroke, then coming down on beat 4, also on dead strings. So again, 1, 2, 3. Now after that, I'm doing this little side step move, approaching the 3rd and flat 7 of E, so you can actually just kind of think of an E9 chord and just play those notes, muting everything else, and you can accomplish that by just kind of laying that index finger over the B and high E string. Also be sure to mute your A string as well. So I'm doing this little side step, and I'm approaching those notes from a half step below. So right there, the G and the C sharp. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to go to an E6 chord, which is just the 3rd finger there barred across the top 3 strings at the 9th fret. Come on the upstroke back down to the top of an E9 chord, which is just that index finger barred at the 7th fret. So far, here is the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to play that rhythm, then we're going to leave some space and play it again. So here's what we would have. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to do here is go up to this E7 sus11 chord right up here at the 10th and 12th fret. So basically you got your D, your F sharp, your A, and your E, the root, up on top. And we're going to play this on beat 4, the last measure here. Right on there. Beat 4, come up on the last 16th note of beat 4. 4, E, and keep the arm swinging in 16ths. So here's the entire rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And that's it. And you're going to repeat that a couple times, and then at the very end we're going to do an E9 chord right in that shape right there. So basically it's that same thing as the E7 sus11, just bring the index finger from the 10th to the 9th fret, getting the major 3rd. Now coming right up in the next example, we're going to pretty much play the same thing, but we're going to embellish this a little bit by using thirds. Let's check this out. Alright, so you could probably tell that this was almost identical to that first rhythm. All I did here is on beat 4 of that second measure, I played some thirds. Now using intervals of thirds is a great thing to add to your funk rhythms. So say if you are starting off with a basic kind of groove, just strumming chords, thirds can be a really nice way to get kind of almost like a horn-like lines going on. But to understand how to do this, you need to know the scale that you're working out of in thirds. Now because I'm playing over a dominant chord, an E7 or E9 chord, I need to harmonize the E mixolydian scale. Now I did this kind of on the G and B strings, just taking 3, little sections of the E Mixolydian scale harmonized in thirds. But you need to know that all up the neck on all string sets. Now I just chose 3 of these. Right there, starting at the 7th fret, pulled that off, down to the 6th and 5th fret. Again, and then ending down there on the B note harmonized with the D note. And that was basically the rhythm. But I did this kind of with a strummed attack, making sure to mute the high E string or any other open strings. But you could also have played this, I could have also played this with muted attack. That's a nice sound as well. So what this sounds like together with that original rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Right there on beat 4. Right there was with a muted attack. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And that was kind of more how I actually played it with a strummed attack. Again, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Alright, so that's probably more than we need to make a really solid funk rhythm. We had the chord stuff, and we had kind of like that horn-like embellishment with the thirds. But if you want to really go all out, there's still a couple little places in here that you can add some things. And what I did here is just kind of played a simple muted single note line kind of out of the E minor pentatonic. And this is right after beat 2. 1, 2. Going the G down to the root of E, the D back to E. 1, 2. I'm also kind of palm muting that. So that is coming first, and then we're going to go into the rhythm. 1, 2. Then we're going to play the single note line again. 1, 2. Then we're going to play the thirds. 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Again. Sus chord on the end, then we're going to repeat the entire thing and end on the 9 chord. 1, 2.